Okay, so again, thanks everybody for sticking with us throughout the day. It really has been a fantastic conversation, and I think that this is potentially one of the most exciting moments for me because you don't often get to introduce your mentor. And I had to think so incredibly deeply, like, do I make fun of them? Do I go super, inspirational? And so this is what I have come up with, fine sir. So I was Josh Miele's postdoc at the Smith Kettlewell Eye Research Institute in San Francisco. And he currently is the Associate Director of the Technology Research and Development Lab at the RERC there. But we used to call him the mad scientist. And the reason that we called him the mad scientist was, one, his love of science fiction. The man loves to read science fiction. And two, every time, he was one of the most creative thinkers that I have ever met in my life. There were no boundaries. There were only opportunities to think outside the box. But what makes him so special is that it really was the lens of disability that led to that innovation. And I think that fits so incredibly well with what we've been talking about here today, that it really is accessibility and disability that will lead us into a future that I think is very hopeful and very innovative. But the thing that sticks with me the most is one lesson that he taught me, which is that you should never assume. You should never assume what somebody with a disability wants. You should ask. And so at the heart of all of my work, even today, is user research and making sure that people with disabilities have a voice at the table. And that, in fact, that is probably the most powerful tool that you have in your toolkit. And that has given me the foundation over the last year to talk more publicly about my own disability, which is invisible. And so being a person with an anxiety disorder and having that impact my life significantly, but have been afraid to tell people because I was afraid of the stigma, really comes back to what Josh Miele taught me, which is my voice is the most important tool in my toolkit. So with that, Josh.
Wow.